you're trying to get a better connection to your food and what ingredients that you are including in your diet, this is the perfect video for you. In a lot of cases, we don't really understand exactly what is in the things that we are eating. And that is very, very true with salad dressings. If you look at the ingredient label on a lot of salad dressings, in some cases the first ingredient is water, and in some cases the first ingredient is canola oil, which is absolutely fine, but canola oil is about 8 cents an ounce, and the salad dressings are averaging out between 16 and 30 cents an ounce. So you're paying a lot of money for ingredients that may not be the quality that you're looking for. So I'm going to show you guys a formula for making your own salad dressing, and you'll know exactly what you're putting into your body. So you're going to start out with 2 parts of oil. That can be olive oil, avocado oil, or whatever neutral oil that you want to include. That could be canola or vegetable oil, whatever works for you. And then you're going to have 1 part of acid. So that could be a cup of oil and then a half a cup of acid. So your acid could be lemon or lime juice, vinegar, apple cider vinegar, balsamic vinegar, and then you could also use fruit as an acid. That's going to be pureed fruit, and any combination of these things works. Then you're going to have an emulsifier. So emulsifiers are going to let your oil and your water-based acid mix. So that can be honey, mustard, shallots. Then you're going to have some seasonings. Those can be mixed up however you'd like them to be. And then if you want to make this a creamy vinaigrette, then you can add a little bit of mayo just to make it look a little bit creamier if that's what you're used to having. So to start out with, we're going to start by putting your emulsifier into your bowl. So you can use any combination of emulsifiers. I usually like to use both honey and Dijon mustard. I don't typically use shallots because honestly they're hard to find in a lot of cases, but I use both of these just because I like the flavor profile it adds. And this is going to allow your water-based acids and your oil to mix together and stay mixed together a little bit better. It's not going to be perfect, but if you ever see the salad dressings that have that little break in between them, this allows that to not happen. Now, obviously it's going to separate over time, but this is just going to help it stay mixed for a brief period of time. Then we're going to add some seasonings in. We're going to be using Greek seasoning. If you haven't noticed, that's just my favorite profile, but you can add in whatever you'd like to. You can use Italian seasoning, garlic, oregano, basil, or parsley. If you're looking for a Greek vinaigrette, they actually use dried oregano in that. But whatever combination works for you, use the internet to look up sources, but this is highly personalizable. Whatever things float your boat in that particular moment, play around with this, because this is where you can make this vinaigrette pretty much adjustable to a lot of different things. So then you're going to whisk together those emulsifiers and your seasoning and get those into a really good mix so that we are able to add your acids into that. At each stage of this, you do want to mix everything together really well. Then we're going to slowly whisk in your acid. I'm using about 3/4 lemon juice and about 1/4 balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar is very, very strong, especially if you use the true balsamic vinegar. And so it's a little bit too strong for me. Usually the acid is what we call the vinaigrette. So this would be a balsamic vinaigrette, although it's not as strong as some of them would be because I'm thinning it out with the lemon juice. But if we were to use raspberries, it would be a raspberry vinaigrette. If it's a blood orange juice, it would be a blood orange vinaigrette. So that's typically what we call it because the oil is the base, but that's not typically what we call it. You can use all sorts of acids in here, and this is what brightens it up a whole lot. So pureed raspberries or apple cider vinegar, any number of things. I forgot the pepper earlier. Don't do that because pepper really adds a lot to it. And by adding it into the vinaigrette, it kind of makes it pop a little bit more. Hey, before we add this oil in, if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that helps out our channel a whole lot. And I can keep making these videos. Once you have gotten that acid added in, you're going to whisk in your oil slowly. We are going to be creating an emulsion at this point. It is not a permanent emulsion like you would be having with a mayonnaise or anything like that, because these are not strong emulsifiers that we've added at this stage, but it'll last long enough for you to get it on a salad. You do want to match your oil to your seasonings. So if you have like a sweeter vinaigrette, you want to have a neutral oil. If you have a more savory vinaigrette, an olive oil will work better. And so in this case, I am using olive oil because of the balsamic. But if you were going something with like a raspberry, a neutral oil might work a little bit better with that. But it's completely up to your preference. And this is a great way to play around with things. Lemon, lime, Greek, and Italian, typically your olive oils are used. Avocado is a great neutral oil if you're trying to stay away from your canola and vegetable oils for any reason. I love avocado oil because it is a neutrally flavored oil but has those healthy fat benefits. If you'll notice, I am tasting the vinaigrette, and you don't want to taste vinaigrette with a spoon because it's always going to taste a little bit strong. So you taste it by dipping a leaf of lettuce into it, and then you're going to adjust your flavor as needed. This needed a little bit more sweetness to it, so I'm adding a little bit of extra honey to it just to make sure that tastes all right, and then I'm going to taste it again. If you want to make this a creamy vinaigrette and make it that kind of lighter color, you can add a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. A 1/2 cup will make it a little bit more of a creamy. You can add as little or as much as you want to make it a little bit thicker if you'd like to. This is a really easy way to make a nice creamy vinaigrette that is a little bit more like the store-bought ones you might see. This is a super easy way to make your own salad dressings. That way you don't have to buy them anymore. And with the cost of groceries going up, this means that you can take salad dressings off your list and just make your own. Thank you so much for watching. Leave us a comment and let me know what your favorite vinaigrette is. We will see you guys next week.